So therefore, coming to this most talked about topic, right?
Yeah.
Moving to a cookieless world, and there's going to be a lot of first party data. So,
Yeah.
how is this all going to work if it becomes a cookieless world? And I do have DMPs, and DMPs now will not have all these cookies, or for example, LiveRamp will have issues around cookies. So, how is it all moving, and what do you see as the path to a cookieless world, and therefore how will marketing change?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of talk around that right now, right? So there's cookieless, people focusing on first party data is taking center stage, right? So that's where CDPs, the customer data platforms, are coming into, limelight, right? So now everyone is, offering a product and collecting customer data. They're calling themselves a CDP, right? So tag management companies used to collect tags, on the website, and information about visitors. And because I'm collecting customer data, now I'm a CDP, right? So there are, that's why the first party data is going to be very important. So people who are willingly coming to your website, people who are willingly giving the information about your website, right? So collect that information, and then maximize collection of that information as much as possible, right? And there are varieties of theories that is going on in the market right now that the traditional contextual marketing is going to become very come back to
So
its.
do you believe so? That's the for me that was the next question that I was moving to, which is you move back to the traditional
Yeah.
marketing, but you go through the same buying system. So it's just because you're on my database doesn't mean that you're going to buy. Therefore, I saw this interesting quote from Brian Chesky saying that
Yeah.
I'm going to reduce my spend on search, and I'm going to put more money on education, and I'm getting more results on it. So it's a fairly controversial statement. So do you see the old world marketing coming in with a lot of contextual stuff? Do you see that?
So that is one area. I think it's. I'm not saying that is all. Everything is going to be contextual modeling, but contextual modeling will be a piece of how they are going to actually market. So depending on, again, what industry you're in. If you're in a publication industry, contextual marketing is very, very important. So if you're in a local region in Texas, and you're browsing New York Times, then they will contextually show you the content specific to your local region, right? So that kind of thing. So they clearly know that you're a subscriber from this region, and then I contextualize and personalize, localize those types of information for you. And then the other piece of contextual modeling is you're doing research on the product. So you're looking at product information, product sheets, and so on and so forth. So then when you're there, then I'm going to target specifically, these are the this is what you're looking for, this is what is important for what you're looking for, right? So based on the historical um, browsing behavior, then I will determine exactly this is what you're looking for. Some of this is based on purely the first party data, people coming in, um, and then giving their information, right? The other piece is also first party cookies, right? So now you go to the websites, and everywhere they'll say, oh, cookie consent, right? So you have to
Mm.
consent that your cookie is being collected, right? So DMPs may have some sort of DMPs will evolve, right? So in my opinion, what will happen is, when you say I'm consenting for the cookies, then you can also say that I'm collecting this cookies so that I can share with limited set of people, right? So then, when you share that cookie across, say, in retail, they always have this coalition, right? So when you have that type of coalition, then you can share those cookies, and then from one industry or one company to the other company website, when you go, then if they are actually using the same DMP, then you have an opportunity to kind of you know cross target them on different websites. What they are doing today, you can continue to do it tomorrow as well, but there are with some limitations, right? So number one is you have to accept the cookies that can be shared with others. And number two is there should be a coalition between different companies. Number three is that same DMP that is collecting the cookies is being used by other companies too, right? So with all of these things, those become the selling factors for DMPs and DSPs to go and, hey, look, I've got, I'm a part of this coalition. So when you sign me up, then you'll be able to cross target your customers across multiple areas. So that's
Okay.
how I personally think, maybe that's another way that, you can alternatively solve this, the
Okay.
cookieless kind of problem. I mean, it's not really cookieless. You still are going to have cookies, but it's, a consent-based usage on those cookies, right? Contextual marketing will become, a part of that. And then CDPs are going to take limelight. CDPs will be the technology that will be actually enabling you to collect all that information. And then
So,
there's this whole notion of zero party data also, where um, zero party data is where, customers are giving the information voluntarily, right? So, like when you go to the website, so you see a little quiz. Hey, are you interested in this item? Uh, Say if it's a vitamin website, and you're like, oh, do you want vitamins for this? Do you want vitamin D? Do you want vitamin B? So based on the questions that you answer, then we collect all that information, and then we personalize, specific product and communication to you, right? So that zero party data is also going to become extremely critical in this cookieless world.